My father had planned a weekend away in the woods, campfires, laughter, and the simple kind of life that reminded him of his own childhood. The men brought rifles, the women prepared food, and we kids ran around between the tents. That night, the moon was brighter than I had ever seen it. I slipped away quietly, carrying my father's hunting gun. I wasn't much of a hunter, but I wanted the quiet. I walked until I found an old tree trunk to use as my target. I steadied the gun, the wood cold beneath my fingers. I lined up my shot, and then I felt it. A hand on my waist. I startled so badly that the gun slipped from my fingers, landing softly in the pine needles. My heart raced as I spun around, half afraid, half angry. And there he was, Daniel, my cousin's best friend. He wasn't supposed to be here with me. He was supposed to be back at the fire, laughing with my brother and the rest of the guys. "What are you doing here?" I whispered. "Watching you," he said simply, as though that explained everything. "I could have shot you," I tried to joke, bending down to pick up the gun. But my hands were trembling, not from fear, but from something else. Something I wasn't ready to admit yet. Daniel crouched down beside me, his hand brushing mine as he helped me pick it up. That tiny contact felt like fire racing through me. He was my brother's friend. He was supposed to be off limits. "Why are you always looking at me like that?" I finally asked. He gave a half smile, that slow, dangerous smile I had seen before. "Like what? Like you know something I don't?" His eyes softened. "Maybe I do." My chest tightened. We didn't speak for a while. And then he did something reckless. Something that made the world tilt. He reached over and tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. Just that. But the way his fingers lingered on my cheek, the way his eyes didn't leave mine, it was too much and not enough all at once. I should have pushed his hand away. I should have laughed it off. But instead, I closed my eyes, just for a second, and let myself feel it. "Daniel," I whispered, my voice shaking. "Yes, this is wrong." "Then why does it feel so right?" I liked him. Maybe more than liked him. We didn't kiss right away. I could hear his breathing, steady but heavy, and my own heart was hammering in my chest. Finally, he leaned in, slow enough to give me time to stop him. But I didn't. When his lips met mine, the forest seemed to fall silent. His kiss wasn't demanding. It wasn't rushed. It was gentle, patient, as though he was afraid I might break if he pressed too hard. I melted into it, my hands gripping his shirt, grounding myself to the reality that this was really happening. When we finally pulled apart, we were both breathing hard, staring at each other in disbelief. "Tell me to stop," he whispered. I shook my head, my throat too tight to speak. Then he kissed me. It wasn't soft this time. It wasn't cautious. It was deep, demanding. The kind of kiss that steals the breath from your lungs and makes you forget where you are. My fingers curled into his shirt as though I needed something to anchor me. And he pulled me closer by the waist, closing the last bit of space between us. When his lips left mine, trailing softly down to my neck, I shivered, gripping his shoulders. Every nerve in my body was awake, every heartbeat louder than the last. "I can't think straight when you look at me like that," he murmured against my skin. He chuckled, low and husky, before pulling me even tighter into his arms. His hand slid from my neck to my back, holding me as though letting go wasn't an option. And in that moment, I knew it wasn't just attraction. It was something deeper. I wasn't just falling for him. I had already fallen. That night, I learned what intimacy really meant. Not just in touches and kisses, but in the way someone can look into your soul and make you feel seen, wanted, cherished. It was bold. It was terrifying. It was beautiful. Our first night in the forest wasn't planned. but it was unforgettable. When we finally walked back to camp, the fire was burning low. Everyone was asleep in their tents, the world wrapped in peace. But inside me, everything had changed.